In this session, we will discuss about ion exchange chromatography and its application. Ion exchange chromatography is a special case of liquid-solid chromatography most suitable for separation of ionic species. In this chromatography, the stationary phase is a column packed with ion exchanger resin. The mobile phase may be any suitable solvent. An ion exchanger resin is an insoluble, cross-linked, long-chain organic polymer with functional groups suitable for ion exchange purposes. The modern synthetic ion exchange resin was first designed by Adam and Holmes in 1935. You can see this is an image of an ion exchanger resin wherein cross-linked polymer chains to which functional groups are attached. Ion exchanger resin may be of two types, cation exchange resin or anion exchange resin. Cation exchange resin contain acidic functional group like SO3H, CaOH, etc., which is capable of exchanging H plus ion with other cation. On the other hand, anion exchange resin contain basic functional group like NH3OH, NH2OH, etc., that are capable of exchanging hydroxide ion with other anion. Most of the columns used in ion exchange chromatography are prepared industrially and readily available in the market. For simple applications, an ion exchanger column can still be prepared. The first step is the preparation of the slurry of ion exchange resin in element. This is then poured onto a column and allowed to set. The sample is introduced at the top of the column. As the ions move down the column, they are selectively retained by the ion exchanger and thus migrate at different rates. The ion that is held most firmly by the resin come out of the column last. As can be seen in the image, a mixture of cations and anions are introduced onto an anion exchanger. The blue colored cations pass quickly through the column while anions are retained selectively. Columns are designed to prevent unhindered flow of sample and eluent. As the liquid moves down the column, the ions are exchanged with those of the resin until all the ions are adsorbed. For example, in case of cation exchange resin, Na plus ion replace H plus from the resin. Eventually, all the H plus ions are replaced and the column becomes exhausted. The column can be regenerated through a concentrated solution of appropriate ion. The cation exchange resin can be regenerated by using concentrated hydrochloric acid. The exchange affinity of the ion depends on charge of the ion. Highly charged ions are held more firmly than lesser charged ion. For example, tripositive aluminium is held more strongly than dipositive calcium, which is held more strongly than monopositive sodium. Ion exchange chromatography finds application in different fields. It is used in the separation of lanthanides and transition metal ions. Due to the similarities in properties of lanthanides, it is very difficult to separate it by traditional method. However, it can easily be separated by ion exchange chromatography. A mixture of lanthanides is passed through a column packed with suitable cation exchange resin. As they pass through the column, the lanthanide ions are exchanged for H plus ion. The lanthanide ions with highest capacity to undergo exchange reaction are held near the top. Those with lower capacity to undergo the ion exchange are held towards the bottom of the column, thus affecting partial separation. After this, the ions held in the column are eluted with the help of a citrate buffer. Those with maximum preference for formation of citrate buffer are eluted first, and those ions with lower affinity for citrate are eluted last. Anions like chloride, thiocyanate, sulfate, and phosphate are separated on basic anion exchange resin. When a mixture of these ions are passed through a column, the anions replace hydroxide ion. Once all the ions are exchanged, elution is carried out with dilute solution of a base to release the anion. Separation is facilitated by different partition ratio of the anion. Amphoteric metal cations can be separated from other metals by ion exchange chromatography. When a mixture of metal ions containing aluminium 3+ and zinc 2+ ions are passed through a cation exchanger, all metals are retained on the column. In the next step, amphoteric species are eluted out using alkali as aluminate and zincate. Ion exchange chromatography is also used in separation of amino acids. They are passed through a cation exchange resin and later eluted out with sodium citrate buffer. Acidic, basic, neutral amino acids are separated out under varying pH. To estimate calcium as calcium oxalate, it is necessary to remove any sulfate or phosphate ion present as impurities. In order to do this, the solution is passed through a cation exchange resin. The calcium ions are adsorbed on the resin, while interfering phosphate ion pass through the column undisturbed. And they are discarded. Afterwards, the calcium ions retained on the resin is eluted out by washing the resin with hydrochloric acid. The calcium ions, now free of the interfering phosphate, is collected and estimated by precipitating it out as calcium oxalate. A useful application of ion exchange chromatography is in determining the concentration of traces of an anion from very dilute solution. Cation exchange resins have been used to collect traces of metallic elements from large volume of natural water. The ions are then liberated from the resin by treatment with acid, resulting in a more concentrated solution for analysis, thus improving its accuracy. Isotopes of boron, beryllium, calcium and cobalt, etc. are also separated on ion exchange column. These are also used in softening of hard water and for demineralization of water. With this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you.